the? What kind of question? Oh, I don't like this question. I don't like it. I don't like it. Ooh, this is a tough one. YouTube, what's going on? Yes, we're back with another video. Today's gonna be a little different, and if you're watching this, it's most likely on TheOtakuDad's channel. I appreciate you for having me on this video, and I've never actually done an interview or a Q&A video, so I'm a little tiny bit nervous and excited at the same time. First question: what makes you the main protagonist? This is on your about page. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I'll be honest, it has nothing. It literally means nothing. It just when I made the channel, I had to type something, and I just typed main protagonist. Literally, that's it. Yeah, I'm sorry, it doesn't have no special meaning behind it. I know, right? I know, but but like just like most of the things that I do in life, there's no actual meaning behind it. Second question. What got you into anime? Ooh, what got you into anime reactions? Was this intentional? Oh, this is a nice question. I like it. Okay. So what got me into anime reactions was one of my friends, Felix. I'm sorry for hitting the mic. It was Felix, and he watches, a lot of anime. He's into a lot of manga and stuff. And I used to make, YouTube videos way before I even got into anime reaction. But I used to do like real content, like when I say, okay, that sounds wrong, right? Real content as in like, I used to react to like actual movies and song videos and stuff. And then one day my friend Felix was just like, hey, why don't you, check out this few fights and stuff that I got for you from anime, and you might like them and stuff. And I watched it. They popped off. I think Saitama versus Genos was my first ever actual anime reaction that I've ever done. And that's where it all started. People liked it. I liked it. And it continued on. And here we are. So yeah, but being a YouTuber was definitely intentional. Being an anime YouTuber was just a coincidence. If my friend Felix actually never told me to make that video, I might not have been in the anime community. I might not have even started watching other shows, because at that time, I think the only show that I had really seen was Dragon Ball, and I thought it was a cartoon. I didn't even know what anime was and stuff, because I thought everything was a cartoon or real stuff, right? So yeah. Next question. What do you think of Boruto so far? Oh, this is a tough one. Well, not a tough one. Okay, how do I explain this? I love manga canon. From what I've seen so far. I'm on episode 130 so far. Manga canon, I love. If I were to rate the last manga canon arc, which was the Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki arc, I don't know what they call that arc itself, right? But I would rate it a solid 8.59 out of 10. But if I were to rate all the anime canon Boruto, I would probably give it a 7 out of 10, which is still a passing number. I think it is great, and I do like it. It's just I love the manga canon way more, and I'm not the biggest fan of anime canon. I don't hate it, but I'm not the biggest fan either. So hopefully that answers your question. I don't know why people think that I actually don't like Boruto. I think it's because I don't watch it as often. It's mainly because, I'm just really into Hunter x Hunter right now and Haikyuu, because they're both at like really great points, and I just haven't had the time to watch Boruto, which is what I've always done with other shows as well. Like whenever I get my little addiction into one show, and then I just watch a lot of that show until I need a little break, and then I go to another show, get addicted to that show and watch a lot of that, and then come back. I just go back and forth. So yeah. Where are the One Piece? Oh. Where are the One Piece reactions? Back to back 2 shows. Okay. So One Piece reactions will be coming back on YouTube. I think I'm gonna restart One Piece on around February or March once Hunter x Hunter is done. That's the plan. I'm gonna put it into a poll and see what people think, and I'll bring them back. The main reason why I stopped One Piece reactions wasn't because I wasn't enjoying the show and it blew me out or something. It was mainly because I started it with a girl and stuff, right? I'm pretty sure you guys know, and she didn't have more time to watch One Piece and stuff outside of her college and her work and stuff, and she could only watch 2 to 3 episodes max every week. And I felt like One Piece having, I think at the time, I'm pretty sure it has even more now, over 1,000 episodes. I wanted to make sure that we do at the very least 6 to 8 episodes every single week, because I feel like you have to do that because how long the show is, if you even want to think about catching up at one point, right? So that's the main reason why I was like, you know what, I'll hold off on it until I actually have time to give it a proper love and show it the proper love that it deserves. So yeah, I will be starting it hopefully in February, late February, early March. I'll put in a poll. If people are interested, we'll do it, right? But I definitely do want to watch One Piece myself. Make a choice: hate comments or spoiler comments. Ooh, I've never actually been asked that or thought about. That's a pretty dope question. I like that. I feel like hate comments. I would take hate comments all day, every day, aside as long as it's not spoilers. Which luckily so far on YouTube, I haven't been spoiled mainly because I have like 40 to 50 mods in my comments. I know that's a lot of mods, but I feel like you can never have too many mods, right? Is that just to make sure that I don't get spoiled myself. But as far as hate comments go as well, like I don't really get that many hate comments aside from some really. I think throughout my whole time, I've gotten like few ones that were really racist. It was like people calling me a terrorist or some shit, or people telling me to go back to my country or some shit. Aside from that, I don't really get any hate comments. So I feel like I'll take that any day of the week. So yeah, and even the racist comments, I'll be honest. You have to really, really, really say some fuck shit to even think about like getting under my skin, because I feel like most of the racist stuff that people say to me, at least I know it's still fucked up. I'm not trying to say that it's okay to say racist shit, right? But most of the racist stuff that people say to me, I'm just like, oh, very original. Like it's not something that I've never heard of. Like I've heard of everything, bro. All right. So you gotta come up with something original to get under my skin. But yeah, Bleach or Black? Oh, Bleach or Black Clover? Oh, I don't like this question. I don't like it. I don't like it because Bleach and Black Clover are both my #1 shows. No, I can't. I can't pick between one or the other. I love both of the shows, and I think I know why you picked this question too. You want me to pick one or the other, huh? No, I'm sorry, but I'm not. Even if you put a bullet to my head and you're like, you die otherwise, I'm sorry. I'm Bleach and Black Clover. I have the same amount of love for both of the shows right now. Like Bleach, I'm really, really, really loving right now. Black Clover, I loved, and that's the show that also made me as well. And it was one of my first ever shonen that I got into. I watched Black Clover before I watched Naruto and stuff, right? So, and Hunter x Hunter and stuff. All these shows that I'm watching, that was my, like, aside from Dragon Ball, that was one of my first ever shonen. So it has a special place in my heart. So, like, I don't think, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not picking. I'm sorry. Both of them. I like both. Kenpachi versus Yami. Why are we doing one or the other type of questions? I don't like these type of questions. I was very undecisive. Fuck. I feel like I can't just say both 2 times in a row, huh? That's just not entertaining. I will say Yami. I'll say Yami. You know what? Or unless, are we talking about like versus and who wins? All right, so I'm thinking of 2 things right now, right? Kenpachi versus Yami. Who do I choose? I'll choose Yami because Yami plays a bigger role in Black Clover universe so far from the anime that we've seen versus Kenpachi, right? Kenpachi, I love him stuff, right? But like he doesn't need to be in the show for the show to progress. Does that make sense? Yami needs to be in the show because he motivates, like a lot of his squad and stuff. Asta needs him and shit, right? So like I feel like he plays a bigger role. Who would win? Kenpachi versus Yami? I think Kenpachi mops the floor with Yami. I'm sorry, but I love Yami, but I think Kenpachi mops the floor with Yami. It's just because, like, there's not them. Like, I feel like Kenpachi mops the floor with anybody in Naruto, OG Naruto, and Naruto Shippuden universe. I feel like there's not a lot of people that would win against Kenpachi. So, yeah. So, for both of the questions, if it's a fight, I'll pick Kenpachi. If it's just, like, pick one or the other, I would pick Yami because he plays more of a role, right? But I love both of the characters. Madara or Aizen? Aizen any day of the week. I will never let go of Aizen, bro. I fucking love Aizen, bro. I'm the biggest Aizen simp you can ever imagine. I'm sorry, I love Madara. I genuinely do. And I'm not saying this to bring Madara down, but it's just Aizen's so much better, right? Madara was amazing. He had the sauce, the way he pulled up with the meteorite and shit. Like, that was amazing. But I feel like, spoiler alert, by the way, for those of you that haven't watched one or the other, Madara going out to, like Black Zetsu, I feel like that tuned him down a little for me. Meanwhile, Aizen went out his own way, right? I'm pretty sure. I feel like a lot of people actually forget as well. Maybe it's because I watched Bleach recently and I just caught up to it. That is still fresh in my memory and stuff. Aizen lost because he genuinely wanted to lose. So Aizen didn't lose off of some bullshit. Aizen lost because, Hogyoku kind of in a way granted his wish because he wanted to lose. He was so strong that he never had somebody who could be on equal terms with him and shit. So he wanted to lose, and Hogyoku in a way just kind of granted him his wish. And Aizen's still around. Aizen's still like fucking chilling in the new arc and stuff. He's still literally just tied up on the wall, I think, and shit with like a bunch of stuff in him and stuff. And he was still like against the Quincy King. He literally messed up with his mind while being sealed. So I think Aizen takes the cake any day. Fan question. Oh, fan questions. Okay. Where are you from in India, and can you speak fluent Hindi? I'm from Gujarat, and I don't speak fluent Hindi. Hopefully that answers your questions. I barely even speak my original native language, which was Gujarati, fluently anymore because when I grew again, I've been in America for like almost 13 years now. I feel like close to 12, close to 13, right? I mean, over 12, close to 13. And it's just like when I grew up over here, I didn't grow up, near like other Indian people and stuff. So I never had like the chance to growing up like speak with other Indian people and stuff and speak in my native language and shit. So I kind of just over time forgot how to read it and then I forgot how to talk it. I can still say words and stuff, but it's not fluent. Like it's like half. I would say it's like 70% English and then like the rest words whatever I can think of in my native language, which is kind of fucked. But I do understand it though, if that counts for anything, right? As long as people speak slowly, I can understand it. What do you like most in Bleach? Ooh, what do I like most in Bleach? Hmm, I think aside from, of course, the obvious, right? The banger OSTs, the amazing openings, the crazy fight scene, amazing animation. I feel like Bleach animations out of all the shows that I've seen so far is one that I'm like, it was ahead of its time sometimes, right? Like I remember looking at like some of the older fights and I was like, when this fight came out, it might have been ahead of its time type shit. Aside from all of that, I think it's because Ichigo. I love Bleach because of Ichigo as well. Because I it's so much different. Again, I haven't watched all the shonen, so I'm not gonna categorize all the shonen and stuff and put everybody under the same box. But from the shonens that I have seen, kind of like Black Clover, Naruto and stuff, right? Where the main character wants to be the best, right? He wants to be the Wizard King, one wants to be the Hokage and stuff, right? Unlike that, Ichigo just is he has a normal dream. He just wants to chill and he's happy with it and with his life as long as people around him are good and safe. So I think that's something about that speaks to me on a different level because it's the same way for me. Like I'll be happy as long as people around me are happy. So I feel like that's one of the main reasons why I love Bleach, and it's because of that again. Are you going to react to romance anime in the near future? I do want to watch a lot of romance animes because I haven't really gotten into that type of genre. It's the same thing with comedy shows as well. I haven't really tapped into romance and comedy shows because when I started the channel, it was mainly with Black Clover, and I've always, because I had a lot of action audience, I've just been in that action genre so far and shonen genre so far. But I do want to watch other stuff, especially with like, there's so many shows. Like in the last 3 years, I've really only watched 4 shows at max because the shows that I watch are so long that it takes me so long to actually cover them and finish them. So yes, I do want to watch, and I think one of the shows that is on my mind right now that I definitely want to save up. It's my first ever romance show. Is I think what is it? Kaguya-sama Love is War, because I've heard nothing but great things about that, especially from again my boy Felix. And usually for me, if Felix says something, if Felix says like something is nice, chances are I will love it as well, right? So like, because me and him kind of have the same taste and stuff. So again, I do want to give that a shot at some point. Are you planning to react to Gintama anytime? Ooh, I've been asked this question a lot actually. I feel like I get this question at least twice or 3 times a month. I do want to watch Gintama. Again, it's the same thing with One Piece, where I want to make sure I have enough time and I want to give it the proper love that it deserves, right? Because I do remember from watching the openings that I kind of like the art style, and I remember all the openings were kind of bangers. So I do want to get into it, and it's a comedy show, right? So I would actually love to watch it and just have fun. So again, it might be when Hunter x Hunter is over or something. What else am I watching on the channel? Yeah, maybe when Hunter x Hunter or Boruto, one of those shows are over, we'll do a poll, and yeah, it might actually come sooner than you think. So yeah, but I do want to definitely watch it at one point. Why are you greedy for views? Oh, what? I feel like who's not? I am greedy for views. Actually, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I do like. I feel good when my videos do well. So of course, yes, I am greedy for views. It's kind of like asking somebody, like if somebody came up to you and they were like, hey, I want a better job that pays me more so I can, cover my bills and stuff. It's like, why are you so greedy? No, it's just everybody's greedy, bro. Everybody wants a better life, right? So of course I'm greedy for views because it makes more money and it makes it so I have, I can cover for my family, which again, I'm grateful because, especially this year, I've been able to pay for everything for me and my parents, so my parents don't have to work as much. So of course I'm extra greedy this year and moving forward because I want to make sure it stays that way so my parents don't have to work. So yes, that's hopefully that answers your questions, is because I want to pay the bills. Why don't you agree with Sakura being trash? What kind of question? I'm gonna need to, hold on, give me a second. I need to breathe before I answer this one, because I feel like this one's gonna be long, because I've had to answer this multiple times on stream, but all right. I want to ask, why do you think Sakura is trash? I feel like if we're talking about original Naruto Sakura, I will agree with you solid. I'm pretty sure at the end of original Naruto, Sakura herself said that she was trash, right? So nobody can defend the original Naruto Sakura. But Sakura in Shippuden and Sakura in Boruto so far, from what I've seen, is amazing. I don't know why people don't like her. I don't know what she's done to these people. I feel like a lot of people just, it's the same with some of the other shows and stuff, right? A lot of people just hop on this bandwagon because it's a cool thing to hate on a character. Because you want to be part of the same little bunch of sheep and just follow each other around and stuff, where you don't have your own perspective and your own mindset, and you're just like, everybody says she's trash, so there must mean that she is trash, right? And of course, at first she was. But I feel like a lot of people also agree, like compare her to Naruto and Sasuke. One comes, by the way, both of them are, at this point, are literally half Jesus, right? At the end of Shippuden, they're literally like half Jesus, both. One of them comes from a well-known clan called Uchihas, where they have broken eyes, right? The other one, okay, and this one was one of the main reasons why I kind of shitted on Sakura in original Naruto, because I thought Naruto was also just a random guy, right? But of course, as Shippuden goes around and we find out that he's from Uzumaki clan and the freaking son of a fourth Hokage, right? It makes sense why he has so much chakra. And of course, he has a freaking nine-tailed seal inside of him and shit. So like, of course, like, I don't know why people try and compare like these two kids who came from well-known clans and shit, both freaking OP and like well-known for like what they do and shit, versus a girl who came from a normal family who's probably the first ninja in her bloodline, and her family doesn't do shit but except like, just is normal people, right? I feel like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people just forget that, and they're just like, oh, Sakura's trash because she can't keep up with Naruto and Sasuke and stuff. Well, if you really think about it, she's done more than freaking Ino in Shippuden, I'll be honest, or at least from what I remember. Don't quote me on it, but from what I remember, she's done way more than Ino has. And guess what? Ino comes from a well-known freaking ninja family, right? So I'm sorry, but if you're just hating on Sakura because she's not as good as Naruto and Sasuke, then keep on hating, because you know what? You're not as good as your cousin either. I don't know why I didn't have to say that. Either way, again, thank you so much for having me. I think it was fun. And again, if you hate Sakura, go look in the mirror, because you're not any better, right? All right, you little sheep. And of course, Bleach and Black Clover will always be better than any other show that you like, except the ones that I watched. All right, but just because those are my two favorite shows. And Dragon Ball will always be on everybody. Imagine, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to find a way to make people more mad. All right, just I want to keep them. I want to keep myself in their mind. Aside from that, thank you so much for having me. I appreciated it, and this was kind of fun. I wouldn't mind doing this again. So again, thank you so much, TheOtakuDad, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.